Hello there, beautiful cosmic beings of light. My name is Eve. My channel is Eve 44.4, and I'm here today to bring in the energies of August 2024, keeping in mind that I channel cosmic energies. Therefore, they are eternal in nature. For whenever you need to listen to this, hopefully you will find this video and there will be a message there for you. So let's dive in. I will have timestamps below because I want to start with the astrological portion of this first. If there's some numerology here, I will go into it as well. However, if you want to jump ahead and simply look at the oracle cards that I've already pulled and they're sitting here for us to look at, do go below to the timestamps. So let's look at what is facing us here in this August. This is a profound summer that we are in here. We are in the universal vibration of number 8 for all of 2024. 8 is the symbol of infinity. So above, so below, so below, so above. It's about coming into spiritual, physical, emotional, mental union within ourselves. The infinity symbol has various representation. It's that idea of coming into wholeness within, really allowing our spiritual bodies to truly integrate within our physical, mental, emotional bodies so that we have greater harmony and we have a greater power of manifestation in our lives. The infinity symbol is also about dharma and karma, that we are on a path of learning lessons, and when we learn it, we reach the other side of the infinity symbol, that whatever it is that we have left undone or unfinished, that in this cycle of 8, we are here to complete it. We are here to reach the higher level of it, if you will. So the year of 2024, which is 224 equaling an 8, we've got the energies of 2 and 4, and we have 8, and it's all going to coalesce at a pinnacle period of time. And that time is the month of August, because August is the 8th month, and we have the Lion's Gate, which is the middle of Leo season. It sits between the middle of the summer solstice and the autumn equinox. It is an incredibly powerful, energetic, cosmic portal, if you will, where we can access anything that we need to access for the higher evolution of not only our soul, but our beingness here on planet Earth. How can we improve our reality across the board? That's what this Lionsgate portal and the energy for 2024 is offering us here. And the numbers that you might be seeing a lot of are 222, 444, 666, and 888. Those are the numbers. They're all the even numbers. The Lionsgate itself this year is culminating on 888. So that's August 8th, 2024. Well, when you add 888 together, it's 24. And we're in the year of 2024. And 24 reduces to a 6. So we have all of those sacred numbers there. The even numbers are about accessing our internal being so that we can manifest our external reality in alignment with our internal beingness. All of the even numbers have an energy around seeking balance and harmony within and creating that balance and harmony without, which means around us in our environment, in all of our relationships. The number 2 is about finding balance in our lives. It's seeking partnership. It's the energy of the sacral chakra, which sits right below the belly button. The number 4 is obviously the further activation of the heart chakra. Number 6 is about the activation of the third eye. And this year, we've had all of our third eyes completely unveiled. none of us can say that we're not seeing something clearly. If we're not seeing it clearly, it means we're either in denial of something, we're not ready to see something yet, or we're not ready to change that thing. But clarity is the gift that we are all being given this year. And number 6 in Chinese medicine and numerology is considered the number of harmony. It's considered the number of abundance, of beautiful divine partnerships, whether they're in love, friendship, family, or business. It's a very powerful sacred number. And then 8 is our soul star. It's the chakras outside of our bodies. So right now, we're focusing on this energy that starts in our sacral, which is the fire in our belly. And we're going up through the higher chakras, so we can be sending energy up, and we can also be bringing energy down. What I counsel you all to do throughout this year, and in fact every single day, is that sacral chakra, which is the color orange or amber, connects directly down into the heart of the earth, the heart of Gaia, her crystalline light body. So pull on the energy of Gaia. Visualize that beautiful amber, orange, I'm almost seeing like a burnt orange apricot amber color with gold in it. Visualize that energy from Gaia coming up through the soles of your feet, really grounding itself in your sacral chakra there in your belly, activating the fire there, and then sending it up through the top of your head into your higher chakras. This would be a very good exercise for all of us to be doing every day. And then once you're grounded in that, you can pull in the higher energies from your 8th chakra and above, from your oversoul and your soul star and your spiritual body, and bring those in. And then I'm seeing this grounding force around the belly energy. That's what my guides are showing me. And it's interesting because the candle I pulled out today is an orange pink. So that's the color, that orange pink color. And they're showing me the girdle we have around our hips, that it's very important that we stabilize that girdle here so that we can manifest whatever it is that we want to manifest. So there's the significant numerology along with the metaphysical chakra energy. Now let's dive into the to the astrology. It is incredibly significant time for this Lion's Gate as well because of the astrology. And now let me just clarify, when I refer to the Lion's Gate, it is a period of time. In effect, it really starts the minute we enter Leo, and it fully completes the minute we exit Leo. However, the portal itself, the activation or the gateway, comes in around July 26th, 27th, and completes on the 12th and 13th of August, with that 8-8 being right in the middle. So what is this gateway, and what is the astrology around it? It is when the star Sirius, which is the brightest star we see from planet Earth, it's a very, very bright point to our solar system. The star Sirius is a giant sun. It is the spiritual sun. It guides us on our soul journey here in this solar system. Well, during the summer months, starting in the summer solstice day, which is June 20th or 21st, the star Sirius starts rising, and it starts connecting in a direct line with our solar sun and the Earth, and a direct line into Orion's belt, in the constellation of Orion. And Orion's belt, so isn't that funny? The belt, right? It sits around the hips of Orion. That's why I'm getting the message of the girdle, okay? And they're literally telling me the girdle. In ancient times, It was called the girdle of divine feminine or sacred feminine energy. So there's something here lining up with the sacred feminine or the goddess that is coming through here. Yes. So during this gateway, the belt of Orion, and Orion is the spiritual warrior constellation, is lining up directly with Sirius, which then goes down in a line into our solar system, fully activating our sun and illuminating our Earth. But it's illuminating all of the planets in our solar system, okay? So we are in a time of 110% full illumination. And in the midst of it this year, we have Mercury in retrograde. And Mercury is in retrograde from exactly 21 degrees of Leo to 4 degrees of Virgo. It's going to be going back and forth in that astrological vortex from early Virgo to mid to late Leo. It's going to be moving through that. So if you happen to be born in that energy, have your rising sign there, your moon sign, Venus, Jupiter, any of your powerful planets, if they're in that realm, and I'm being told, look for where your nodes are too. The nodes of the moon, your south node and north node, you might have them lined up there. Then you are getting an extra energetic highlight or boost, if you will, okay? But we're all being affected. Doesn't matter if you have no Leo or Virgo in your chart. You're going to be affected because we all ultimately contain the 12 signs. We simply have to activate them. If we don't happen to have any planets or angles there, then all we do is activate them. And guess what? This time frame is an incredible activation. So I guide you into activating that. If when you look at your chart, you realize you don't have anything there, work deeper with that energy, just bring it in, call it in. You can call in the energy of Leo, the constellation of Leo and the constellation of Virgo to complete it, come into your life and activate you here. And what is it that you need to do or to see? All right. So Mercury is already in this energy. We are in what's called the Mercury storm. And so let me clarify this for you. Mercury, when it goes into its cycle, it lasts about 2 months and 1 week to complete its whole cycle. It enters the pre-shadow approximately 2.5 weeks prior to the retrograde period. Mercury entered the pre-shadow the evening of July 17th, morning of July 18th. It will exit what's called the post-shadow on September 12th. So those are the pre and the post-shadows. And in the middle, it goes into the retrograde time, which is the night or evening of August 4th through the morning, afternoon of August 5th. So that's when it's in its entrance into the retrograde. It exits the retrograde on August 28th. Now, here's the real key. In the middle of this, Mercury enters what is called the storm. And it's very important to know when Mercury is in the storm window, because when it's in the storm window, it's moving incredibly slow. And in that slowness, it's asking us to slow down, to go inward, to not try to push our will onto anything. Do not try to make anything happen. When Mercury's in the storm, we're being asked to do the inner work, and we're being asked to flow with things. Stop trying to control things. Instead, accept exactly the way everything is right now in this moment. Surrender to the water that's guiding you here, as if you're on a river. Surrender to the currents that are guiding you, because everything is going to be very slowed down. Now, Mercury entered the storm just here a few days ago on the 27th of July. And it will exit that slow part or that storm on September 1st or 2nd. I think it's September 1st. So kind of know then that pretty much all of August, we're in this Mercury slowing us down. And Mercury is very key to all of our fields of communication, every form that we express ourselves in, whether it's verbal, whether it's through DMs, text, emails, phone calls, any form of social media is a Mercury energy. But it's also our mental body, how we think, the thoughts and the words we put out there. It's not just the words, it's the thoughts that we are putting out into this energetic field. And Mercury's going through a very big overhaul because it's doing it in the Lion's portal. Okay? Now, Mercury in this energy is going to be in harmony with all the signs that are fire and all the signs that are air. So if you are fire or air, know that you have some really good tools to use during this time, that you're going to be in alignment with it, that perhaps you're going to be channeling whatever you need to know instantaneously, that when you're challenged with something and you sit back and you ground yourself, instantly you're going to have an answer. So if you happen to have a lot of air or fire energy in your chart, I feel like you're going to be able to maneuver this time perhaps a little bit more effortlessly, if you will, okay? The signs that are most challenged are actually going to be the earth signs. Yes, okay? And some of the water, the sign of Scorpio in particular, could be challenged at this time. And the energy of Taurus could be challenged. So those will be the two signs that might be finding it a little bit more difficult to maneuver through this. And then the other sign, which is an air sign, that could also find it a little bit difficult is Aquarius. So all of the fixed signs are going to be a bit challenged through this window, with Aquarius being the least, because Aquarius knows how to think outside the box, how to separate itself from things, become the observer, and not become attached. So Aquarius kind of already has the tools to do this. So notice if you happen to have a lot of Aquarius, that your tools are going to be non-attachment, be the observer, don't try to force anything. But if you happen to have a lot of Taurus, Scorpio especially, and even some Leo, but I'm not getting that for Leo, I'm getting Taurus and Scorpio especially, something is going to come in to either challenge your beliefs or challenge your timing. You might want things to move faster or to happen in a certain way, and this energy is telling you, no, the timing is not right, or what you want to happen is not what's meant for you. There's something better that is meant for you, okay? Now, the sign of Taurus, because Uranus is blowing through Taurus, Uranus is challenging Mercury throughout this entire cycle, while Chiron is helping it. Uranus challenging Mercury means that it's challenging you to get unstuck from you doing things the same way you've always been doing them. So it's asking you to change a habit, a pattern, a way of thinking, a belief, because that belief, that pattern, that habit is keeping you stuck on a loop, and you're not exiting that loop. Uranus is a great planet. I love the planet Uranus because it's telling us, think outside the box. Recognize, first you have to recognize where you might be stuck, why things aren't moving forward. There's something that's stuck. What do you need to go through? Now, for some of you, and that includes me in this picture, it's because we're going through a very profound healing cycle right now. Chiron is the planet that is holding the torch for you in Aries. And Chiron is the wounded healer, but it's also the master teacher. We might be in a period of what I call stagnancy, where everything we're doing has to be inward right now. Another dark night of the soul, if you will, or moving through working deeply with our shadow selves. That's where I'm at right now. And this is because we are in a profound period of healing. Healing our emotional bodies, healing our physical bodies, healing our mental bodies, our astral multidimensional bodies. It doesn't matter what language we use here, but understand you are in a profound healing cycle if you fit that mold. That's for some of you. For others of you, it's simply, no, Eve, nothing's wrong with me right now. I'm not going through any physical healing. I'm not going through a lot of emotional healing, but I'm feeling stuck in my work, or I'm feeling stuck in my abundance. Then you've got to look for what pattern you need to let go of, or even just shift a little bit. Sometimes all it requires is a slight tweak. So call on the energy of Uranus and Mercury right now to guide you. You know, most people don't realize we can call on the planets as guides. So call on Mercury and Uranus to show you the way. What slight shift or big shift do I need to make? Okay, so that's the energy that we're going through. Now, Uranus and Taurus, the other energy of that is perseverance, discernment, and staying the course. Be committed to your journey here, all right? And remember, Chiron is holding the flame of light, and it's telling you, you're going to get through this. You are going to heal this. You are going to become the master teacher here. It's holding the torch of Aries, and Aries is the beginner. We're going into a brand new cycle in our lives, and I love it that we started the Olympics under this energy, right? So the other planet I want to talk about here before we get into the oracle cards is Venus. Venus is going to be very heavily highlighted. She is already in the midst of this. She's going through a lot of challenges in Leo. And yeah, because she's being challenged by Uranus as well. So the breakthroughs that we need to go through are not only within our mental communicative body, it's also within our relationship body. And that we always have to begin with a relationship to ourselves before we can then look at all of the significant relationships in our life. And relationship isn't just about relationship to people, it's relationship to things. You know, if your God is money, then that's your relationship. If your God is your career, then that's the relationship you're being asked to look at right now, okay? If your God is your family, that's the relationship you need to look at. And the key to working with Venus and Mercury throughout this entire cycle is get really good with your relationship with yourself first. But understand throughout the entire month of August, until we actually get to the end of August, when Venus enters Virgo, she's going to light up the heavens for us, okay? So Venus is going to give us some, she's going to give us some really good outcomes, but it's not going to be so much in the sign of Leo as it's going to be in the sign of Virgo. But in the sign of Leo, she's directing us to our heart. She says, you have got to listen to your heart. What truly makes you happy? Where does your passion lie? Because that's what you have to follow here, okay? And then Virgo is bring in the really good boundaries, stay the course, don't skip any steps here, persevere, don't give up, and be committed to what you want to create in your life. Because the whole Lionsgate energy in its fullness is about manifestation. But you've got to get clear within your own being on what it is you want to manifest, and to ask the question, is that really what's meant for me? Okay, I'm being guided to go into the oracle cards now because I know they're going to speak to exactly what I've just talked about, okay? So from the hidden wisdom oracle cards by Colette Baron-Reid. The first one we have is the Diamond Dreamer. Material wealth and true prosperity. Yeah, so this cycle is offering us a greater abundance and prosperity in our life. However, the Diamond Dreamer, it's a divine sacred masculine energy. His challenge to us is, how do you visualize abundance? What does true abundance and prosperity mean to you? What does the idea of wealth mean to you? If it's simply having the highest job you can have, making the most money, having the most beautiful cars and biggest house, then you are accessing wealth in a lower frequency. However, that might be your journey on this earth. And maybe that is exactly where you see your happiness, okay? Then become aligned with that. However, understand that true abundance is unlimited. It's the golden coins that he's offering us. And true abundance is an abundance of love. It's an abundance of health and well-being. It's an abundance of happiness. Without those things, the material possessions, to me anyways, don't matter that much. However, again, I am not on your path. You're on your path. To you, you may have had many lifetimes where you were in poverty. And so getting to that area of financial wealth might be very meaningful for you. And so call on the Diamond Dreamer to access that abundance. Become very clear, though, with what wealth and abundance means to you. And that is what the Diamond Dreamer will bring in. And the second oracle card is the Sisters of the Season. I love it how we started with the sacred masculine energy. Now we have the sacred feminine coming in. The Sisters of the Seasons. I'm getting the Pleiadian 7 sisters right now. That might be an energy that you want to call in. Perhaps you feel like you come from the Pleiades, or you've had many lifetimes there. You have cosmic ancestry. And the messages are cycles of growth, natural law, and divine order. So the Sisters of the Season, there's 4 of them there, right? Beautiful. They're asking you, what season are you in right now? What season? And the Sisters of the Seasons start in the springtime, which is Aries season, right? And here I've been talking about Chiron in Aries. There could have been a lot of seeds that you planted at the very beginning of spring, back in March and April. And so the Sisters of the Seasons are telling you that when you follow the natural order and the cycles of growth, you will then have a harvest in the autumn. However, the challenge of the Sisters of the Seasons is if you try to skip steps here, you try to run from spring to autumn, and you skip summer. And summer is the season of stabilization. You want to stabilize and ground whatever it is you've been working on in the summer. Leo season is always a stabilizing energy, and that's what we're in right now. You cannot skip this step. When we're in a stabilizing time, it's slow growth. It's not fast growth. Do not skip it, because you will then not have a harvest in autumn. So for some of you, I'm getting an energy of timing, that if you came to this video and you're looking at a timing for harvest in your life, whether it's harvest of abundance in finances, with your career, with family, with pregnancy, with relationship, whatever the area in your life is, I'm seeing autumn as the season for you. And autumn starts with the autumn equinox on September 22nd. So that is not very far away, okay? Again, though, follow the natural order in your life and its divine order. Give it up to your angels, to your soul, to the higher guidance to guide you through this. And don't focus so much on timing, but it's discernment, perseverance, and please do not skip steps here. That guidance is very, very clear. And I love how in these two cards, we have number 6 and 17 is an 8. So perhaps August 8th is going to be a significant day for you. Again, we've got that energy of 6 and we have that energy of 8. So let's look at the hero's journey. What is it we are meant to embody as the hero right now? Whenever I look at the energy of Aries and Leo specifically, we're diving into our hero's journey on the planet. And the hero's journey is about the full embodiment of our courage center, our intuitive center, and our authenticity center. And authenticity is about fully acknowledging every aspect of who we are. I call it the good, the bad, and the beautiful. Every aspect of who we are. It's being unapologetically you. Yes, can you soften the harder edges? Can you soften how you speak your truth? Absolutely. But do not hold back from acknowledging how you feel, what you truly want, what makes you feel happy, because that is so important. And I love it. Oh my gosh. Trip the light, fantastic. Oh my gosh, we've got that pink energy, right? And the number is 23, 5. Dance with the universe. So your hero's journey right now is to dance. It's not to stay stuck. It's not to stay in old comfort zones and habits. It's to now dance because you are up-leveling. See how she's moving into the light that's coming down from the heavens, and the orbs around you, around her, are your guides. It is time to up-level here, to dance with the universe. But what does the universe want you to dance in, right? So there's an essence of surrender, of going with the flow, but it's a full acknowledgement of who you are. And your heart, because this is pink and white energy, it's lighting up your heart. Every part and corner of your heart is being healed right now. It's being activated. I'm getting a message of it's time that your joy center be fully activated. All right? So trip the light, fantastic. And you have got 10,000 angels. You have got an army of angels guiding you. You are so protected on your hero's journey. You may sense them, you may not, but understand they are guiding you every step of the way. Lean on your circle of supernatural support. And that's number 17. So we've got 8 here, don't we? Wow. Lean on your circle of supernatural support. So it's saying lean on the invisible, because it's the invisible that's manifesting what's truly meant for you. When we look at the laws of manifestation, for something to come into the physical realm, it first has to become an idea, a thought, a feeling, a prayer in the invisible realms. Otherwise, it does not fully manifest in the physical, unless it's a karmic lesson you need to go through, okay? Because that's already set in your contracts. But true manifestation is continual thought forms, continual prayers, continual energetics, and daydreaming that we're doing in the invisible world. So our imagination is key to our manifestation. But I always like to say either this or something even better, that whatever it is I want to manifest, I want to make sure it is for my very highest joy, happiness, and good. And I always put that in there because that's the key point here. So we've got 10,000 angels, an army of angels, and we are absolutely dancing in our light now, aren't we? That's the hero's journey. Dance in your own light. And also respect other people's light, because this is not about judgment. Other people's light is just as important as yours, but it may be radically different than yours. So from the beautiful magical unicorns, and then we'll get into the love messages, what is their guidance? What can we call on here? What is happening in our lives? Wow, we've got another 23. So we've got 2 number 23s on the table, as well as 2 17s. So those perhaps might be numbers you see, 23, 23, 17, 17, or 5, 5, and 8, 8. Soul satisfaction. Honor your uniqueness. Do what makes you feel good. That is exactly the message here, right? Do what makes you feel good. Don't worry about what someone else's side of the street looks like. Only focus on your side of the street. What makes you feel good. And your soul has certain things that it wants to manifest in this physical reality. And you want to be with soul families, the other message I'm getting here, because this is a card of family. You want to be with the people that make you feel happy, make you feel good, the people that can see your beauty, your soul, your light, right? And that's your soul family. I'm also getting an energy, a strong energy of manifestation here. So in this energy of this portal we're in right now, the unicorns are trying their very darndest, and so are your angels, to manifest for you the highest version of what you want. And they're asking you to get your ego, your negative ego, not your positive ego. There's a difference. Your negative ego out of the way. Because the negative ego is your fear body. It's, oh my God, this can't possibly happen to me. I'm not ready for it. You know, how come I'm getting, you know, whatever it is, whatever your negative ego is telling you, it's your fear body, it's wherever you hold trauma. And please know, trauma is in a way an illusion. Our soul doesn't take it with us. Trauma is simply something we decide to experience here. In an instant, you can shift that trauma by a thought. Visualize it as something completely different. Whatever trauma you hold, instead visualize it as something that wasn't traumatic at all. Okay? We can change the timeline at any given moment. So the other message from the unicorns is stand in your own power. Okay, so we're getting across the board here from Trip the Light Fantastic, Soul Satisfaction, stand in your own power. It is about you. Be undeniably you. Again, the good, the bad, and the beautiful, right? Be undeniably you. And we're getting diamond light here. Yep, we're getting diamond light. So call on the diamond light. It's going to help you right now. And it's interesting because the diamond light comes in through the soul star chakra, the 8th chakra. Be passionate about your vision. Bring about positive change. So follow your passion, know what your vision is, or at least a tendril of your vision. The first step to take to get on that path, and then stand in that fully. And this will bring positive change into your life. All right? So those were the messages from all of the oracle cards. And I love it because we've got the diamond light twice here. We've got a rainbow coming in. We're all meant to reach for the higher version of our timeline right now. Again, though, we've got to deal with our fear body. We've got to deal with removing where we've had too big of a comfort zone. or our stuck energy. You know, we all are working with that right now, okay? So I'd like to finish with love messages because Venus is so prevalent throughout this time frame. Wow. So I pulled from a lot of different decks. So the first one is message. You're going to have a message coming in. You are soon going to receive a message from someone you deem important in your life. This card also says that clear communication is needed at this time, okay? So there's two things. One, messages are very important right now. You're going to be receiving all the messages you need. Whatever message you need, it's going to be coming in, but it's also asking you to be very, very clear with the messages you give others. There's going to be a lot of DMs, emails, a lot of messages. Your phone could be lit up right now. You could be even getting messages from social media, from Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is, YouTube. If something pops up on your feed and you notice it, ask, is this meant for me? Okay, and check into it because you're going to be getting messages in many different forms. Have faith. Have faith on this journey. Again, steadfastness, steady as she goes. Have faith that the right people and situations are going to come to you. This card is also a confirmation that you have made the right decision about something in your life. So that's a message for some of you listening, that you have made the right decision. Don't second guess yourself. You are on the right path. Have faith, you're on the right path, okay? I love these messages. And lastly, be in the now. They're saying don't jump into the past. The past is gone. You know, think about it only if memories come in so that you can shift them, you can let them go, you can forgive them, integrate them, whatever the case may be. But it's time to be simply in the now. Every day right now, we are in the moment, from moment to moment. And I love it how she's in that yoga pose. So that could be a counsel to be meditating, yoga, being out in nature when you exercise. Being in the now is important for anything in your love life right now. Release any expectations or worries about your future. So it's saying release all worry. Only in the now can you manifest and influence any current situation in your life, whether it's love or other. So only being in the now can you actually manifest, right? Beautiful, beautiful messages. I love it. So it's all about communication and being very present, strongly grounded in your body and in your heart space. Oh, we had another one. I didn't even realize we had another card. Okay. And intimacy. We are moving to creating greater intimacy in the most significant relationships in our life. So when I speak about how does Venus want to talk to us right now, how does love want to talk to us, I'm not just referring to romantic relationships. I'm referring to the most significant heart connections you have in your life, okay? Allow yourself to become spiritually, emotionally, and physically intimate with one another. So open up your heart space, expand it to allow true intimacy to come in. And true intimacy is spiritual, it's emotional, and it's also physical. So if it's with friends, it's with family, it's with coworkers, it's touch the other person, hug them. So the touch component is important, but it's being emotionally open, being affectionate, being kind. These are all such an important emotions. Real sensuality and sexuality are not based on physical things only. Your energy is what makes you truly attractive. So you are building greater intimacy within your energetic field. That's what's going on here. You are lighting yourself up. So we're back to trip the light. Fantastic. You are just becoming this light, this magnet for what is truly meant for you and whom is truly meant for you. Wow, these messages are phenomenal. So then I have, from my twin flame deck, I was told, what are we working on right now? So what do we need to be working on with that love energy? Surrender. Okay? Don't force anything. Don't try to control anything. Manipulation is not part of this journey. Some of us are going through the dark night of the soul. I definitely am. Okay? Surrender to the shadow. Surrender to being in the dark night of the soul, because the dark night of the soul is removing everything from you that is heavy, that is impeding your journey forward. It's also integrating whatever part of your shadow needs to come into the light and be integrated into your light body. So surrender to your journey. Just be is the word I'm getting. And of course, we had that card already. Call in the violet flame. Okay? So the violet flame activation is going to help you on this journey. So we've got the numbers 1-1, we've got the numbers 5-5. So 5-5 is a very powerful number right now. It's one of the biggest numbers we've seen here today with the cards. You are surrendering into the dark night of the soul through the violet flame activation because you are becoming the alchemist. Everything in your life is coming into perfect divine order, right? That is the master alchemist. But the master alchemist is also the manifester. In order to manifest, you've got to let go of what's heavy, what's an obstacle or challenge, right? And this is increasing your frequency. So everything you're doing right now is about increasing your frequency. It's higher consciousness awareness. This is also telling me, though, that on your journey of surrendering to the dark night that you're moving through, or this period of stagnancy or darkness, if you will, is really allowing your higher consciousness to guide you. So hand over the reins of your life to your higher self and your soul group, your monad group. Let them help you. Remember, you have 10,000 angels on your side. Your spiritual body is your guidance through this. It's what's going to bring you into the higher frequency. And that 333 is your spiritual guidance, is that higher frequency coming in here to alchemize your life, right? And the last card is, I kid you not, 8-8. Queen. You are coming in to the fullness of your sacred feminine energy. Okay? So we started with the Diamond Dreamer, the sacred masculine, and we're completing with the sacred feminine. So your sacred masculine energy is guiding you through the diamond light to come into the fullness of your sacred feminine. The Queen is the Empress in the Tarot. That is so incredibly beautiful. There's a complete alignment here. And I love the energy in this card because she's holding onto the golden scepter, and she has the golden crown with the red rubies, the red pink, right? So we've got that red, pink, amber energy here. You are coming in to full alignment with your sacred feminine side of yourself. Allow your sacred masculine right now to guide you and help you. You know, I started doing this about a week ago. I called in my cosmic divine masculine counterpart to help me through my journey. And I felt a shift. Okay, so some of you might want to do that. And so I want to just complete today. I know this has been a long video, but we had so many messages coming through with what is the final advice. And we have cherish. Cherish your relationships. And I feel like a lot of you are going to weddings, or there's been weddings happening around you, people getting married, friends, maybe you're getting married, maybe you're getting engaged. The energy of engagement, the energy of truly cherishing the people in our life that nurture us is so very important right now. And this is the advice card to use the frequency of cherish. Acknowledge, cherish those people in your life that add to your life. I love it. Cherish is a very high vibration. And from the whispers of love, consider your foundation. So be committed to creating your foundation. And what is your foundation going to be based on? Is it going to be based on love, joy, happiness, true wealth and abundance, which is the wealth and abundance of the spirit and of the heart? Or is it going to be based more on the physical foundations? And they're both good. They're both okay. But this card is saying, be committed to whatever foundation you want to create in your life. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love, to whatever you consider love in your life, and to build the foundation around what love and true abundance and prosperity means for you. Build the house, right? And then lastly, speak the language of love. This is really one of the most significant cards in the Whispers of Love, because the message is so, what's the word I want to use? It's so direct. It's telling you very simply, speak the language of love. What is the language of love? It's joy. It's happiness. It's complimenting people using words that have a higher octave of frequency. When you use the word hate, I hate this, I don't like this, those are lower frequencies of language. When you say instead, I'm not sure how I feel about this, it feels uncomfortable, that's a higher frequency. You're acknowledging how you feel by saying, this feels uncomfortable. So in the acknowledgement of uncomfortableness, you get to then see how to shift this, as opposed to simply saying, I don't like this, I just don't like this. Then you're kind of staying in that more stuck energy, right? So our final advice for this entire reading is to learn the language of love. And all of us can get guidance on that, including me, of course. You know, there's certain things we like to say when we're not feeling so great. Well, this is the advice to maybe see those words or the languages you use when you're not at your best. And I'm not saying to deny your feelings at all, because I think you need to absolutely acknowledge them. However, start changing the language around it. Find the words that fit how you feel, but they're higher octave of that feeling. Speak the language of love. And lastly, loving words have the power to not only change someone else's life, but to change your own. This is about random acts of kindness, speaking lovingly to people in your life every day, especially strangers when you're at the grocery store, at the gym, the gas station, when you're out shopping or with friends, the people that are selling you something. Using the language of love is using the language of light. And that is the single most important message, perhaps in this entire session, next to tripping the light fantastic, being unabashedly, undeniably who you are. All right, I love you all so much. I will be posting a much shorter video for the Lionsgate. Stay tuned and do check out my website, eveellie.com. I will be doing a very special event in person and over Zoom on the exact day of the Lionsgate at 6 p.m. If you want to participate in that, the information is on my website. Also, get onto my Instagram, eve.ellie, if you want to follow what I'm doing there. I will be on August 11th, part of a beautiful event called the Summer of Love. Now, I think she might have changed the title, but I'm still going with the Summer of Love, where I will be one of the people there. I won't be the only one. There'll be a beautiful brunch. I believe there'll be some holistic stuff going on there as well. And I will be doing mini readings on relationships and love. So check that out. It's through my Instagram. Reach out to me through YouTube, through my email, through my phone number, if you will, if you're interested in any of the August events that I am going to be participating in, specifically August 8th and August 11th. Just reach out to me directly and let me know if you're interested. Sending you all so much love. And if you like these messages, please let me know. Subscribe to my channel. And sending you all many blessings.